Ma!" I called out with excitement. "I found a ballet movie!" The movie was The Nutcracker, performed by the New York City Ballet. Mama bought it. That night, Mia and I watched the video until we fell asleep. The next morning, we woke up and watched it again. We tried to copy the dancers. I loved to pretend I was the sugar plum fairy. I dreamt of the day I would dance on stage in a real nutcracker. Soon I would know enough English to take ballet lessons. Ballet lessons. "Wake up, Michaela. Wake up, Mia. Today's the day of your first ballet lesson." Mama called one Saturday morning. My eyes popped open and I leapt out of bed. In ballet class, our teacher explained to the students that all ballet words are French. She said, "That is because the first professional ballet company, the Paris Opera Ballet, was started in France more than 350 years ago." At the beginning of every class, we lined up and held the bar. Next, we learned how to stand in the 5 positions of ballet. Then, we practiced how to hold our arms. This is called porte-bras, which means position of the arms. Our teacher explained. The teacher showed us how to tendu, which means stretched in French. I watched her carefully. When she stood in 5th position, I did too. "Stretch out your leg and point your toes," she said as we put out our right legs. Next, she stepped onto her right foot. I did too. I looked down in surprise. I had tendued from 5th position to 2nd position. Now our teacher said, "Bend your knees a little and straighten them again." "Good! You just did a plie." I learned that plie means bend in French. Putting ballet steps together is called a combination. That day, I did my first ballet combination. I felt so proud. During one class, my ballet teacher put her sweatshirt in the middle of the floor. Then she leapt over it. "That is a grand jeté," she said. "Now you will try it." When I leapt across the floor, I felt like I was flying. I loved that feeling. The grand jeté became my favorite step. I learned more steps with each lesson. I did a leap that made me look like a cat with hot feet. I laughed when I learned that it was called pas de chat or cat step. Every day, I practiced new steps and combinations. When I was 7.5 years old, my teacher decided that I was ready to dance on my toes. This is called dancing on point. I needed to buy special shoes to dance on point. My new point shoes were silky soft and beautiful. When I put them on my feet, I looked like the ballerina on the cover of the magazine. Now I practiced harder than before. Soon I was dancing on point on the stage. My first nutcracker. When I was 8 years old, I auditioned for the Nutcracker. I looked for black children in a party scene of the video that I owned, but I didn't see any. I worried that I would not get chosen for the Nutcracker. When I went to the audition, I danced my very best. I hoped that I would be cast as a party girl or Polichinelle, one of the little children who dance out from under Mother Ginger's dress. At the end of the audition, the Nutcracker director gave each of us an envelope. "Do not open this until you get downstairs," he warned. My knees shook all the way down the steps. Finally, I reached the first floor and opened the envelope. When I saw the words "Party Girl" and the "Polichinelle Girl," I thought I would faint. That year, I had a thrilling time dancing in the Nutcracker. Best of all, I decided that if I could be a black party girl and a black Polichinelle girl, then someday I could surely be a black sugar plum fairy. In front of a camera. One day, I got a phone call from a movie producer named Bess Cargman, who wanted to make a movie about ballet. It's a documentary, Bess explained. I would like you to be in it, Michaela. I was shy, so at first I said, "No, thank you." Mama said, "Bess's film will give you a chance to show the world that black girls can be ballerinas. There are few professional black ballerinas. Many people have never seen a black ballerina. So I thought about what Mama said. Then I changed my mind." "Yes," I told Bess, "I would like to be in your film." Bess and her film crew followed me around with cameras. They filmed me practicing ballet and dancing in a big competition in New York City called the Youth America Grand Prix. During the competition, I injured my left ankle. It felt hot and swollen, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to dance. I decided to continue anyway and ended up winning a scholarship to the famous Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School of the American Ballet Theatre in New York City. People all over the world saw Bess's movie, which is called First Position, and it won many important awards. Some people who saw the film wanted to know more about me. They invited me to be on television programs and featured me in magazines. They asked me questions about being a black ballerina. I was still shy, so sometimes it was hard for me to answer the questions. Then I would remember the many messages that kids everywhere sent me after they saw First Position. One girl wrote, "You are my hero." Another wrote, "I want to grow up to dance like you." Messages like these made me feel brave. Maybe I could inspire other kids to study ballet, just as the woman in the magazine picture had inspired me. A dream come true. My dream has come true. I am now a real ballerina, a professional dancer. That means I dance for a living. My favorite step is still the grand jeté. Many people call me the ballerina who flies. I have been lucky to dance wonderful roles in many different ballets. I have even danced the role of the sugar plum fairy in a Nutcracker. My dancing has taken me to many countries. Sometimes I dance on grand stages. Other times I dance in small auditoriums. Once I even performed in a barn. I have danced for rich people and poor people, for all ages and races. Dancing brings me great joy. I love knowing that my dancing also brings joy to others. I have learned not to be shy. When I travel, I enjoy talking to people, especially children. Many kids ask me, "How can I make my dream come true?" I tell them, it doesn't matter if you dream of being a doctor, a teacher, a writer, or a ballerina. Every dream begins with one step. After that, you must work hard and practice every day. If you never give up, your dream will come true. The end.